Do you need encouragement to turn tragedies into your own triumphant life story? If so, this podcast is for you. Listen to powerful guests who have persevered through challenges so you can gain strength to build your championship life. The host of Professor of Perseverance podcast, Dr. James Purdue.
Hey, come on in. It's time for us to get started. Time to get a little bit of motivation, inspiration, something that can fire you up, get a little gold nugget again from this podcast. And again, use it to help you get along in life and share it. Pay it forward. Give it away. Don't hold it for life. Grab you a new gold nugget somewhere else. All right. Today, we're going to talk with someone. She was born in Congo, raised between two cultures, two continents, and too many silences. Now, that's going to tell you something. Too many silences. She's a childhood survivor of sexual abuse, racism from both strangers and family. That's amazing that to hear family. Strangers, I can understand. Not that I approve of it, but all right. And betrayal by people she trusted. That's everybody in our lives. And years of carrying shame that was never meant for her to hold on to. Now, that again, it's hard to go. Welcome to the show, Pamela Michaux.
Thank you for having me, Dr. James.
Thank you for being here, and I'm glad you're here. So glad you got your story to share to help out people in the future.
Yes, well, it's important when we go through things and we manage to get out of it. It's important that we share so others can feel inspired, hopefully through also my story, because I've been inspired by other people hearing their story. And I said, like, hey, I need to speak up. Because when we keep silence, we keep protecting the people who hurt us. And it's basically we taping ourselves like duct tape in front of our mouth while we have the right to stand up and say, no, no more.
Well, like you said, when you stay silent, you're empowering the abuser, the abusee, the one who's doing it from there. You're empowering them for not stopping them, like you say. So, yeah, definitely glad you're speaking up. You got a couple of topics that's going to hit home with some people. I've interviewed other people with sexual abuse and, of course, racism. What I'm fascinated is with the racism by your family. That's what I'm going to find interesting. And we all get betrayed by people we trust. So people we, are preachers, ministers, best friends, but we all get that. So, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're willing to share. Again, if we hold it, take it with us when we die, we're not helping nobody. So I'm glad
and
you're
we are
here.
not helping ourselves, especially.
Perfect. Great point. Again, by opening up and sharing, it gives us a way of a little form of therapy, to release some of this as well. You're correct. And let's mention your book while we're here.
Mundele Diaries.
Mundele Diaries. And this is, I like the picture up front showing the two faces here going on. So
Yes, because in life, from being a child, we learn to put a mask on, meaning we learn to obey. We learn to lower ourselves, our needs. And that's basically what I'm showing there. Half is my face and the other half is a mask. And it goes actually even deeper than that because you have my origins, the flags of my origins in the mask and on the side of the rest of the cover of the book. And it's saying like, if there is a moment, stop showing people what they want to see. Be your true self. And everyone learned to wear a mask. That you come from a happy family or a broken family. Wherever you come from, we learn to adapt. We learn to bend into society, into family expectations. And that's the whole book about.
there you go. Right. Yeah. We all put a face on a mask, as you say. Yes. So, all right. Pamela, I'm going to let you be the star of the show here. You tell your story, put us in where we need to be picked up from, and you take off.
Yes, thank you very much. So basically, Mundele Diaries, it comes from Mundele, for my mother language, is white, means white. I was born in Africa. My mother is black, was black, she passed away. My father is white. So back in Africa, I was the white child. And when I came to Europe, I was the black child. So imagine for kids how it's very confusing. And a lot of people from mixed race, mixed nationalities and origins can relate to that. Because from one side of the family, you are not white enough, not dark enough, and opposite. So you already having that way, or you don't know where you belong because you're in the middle. And I actually make a joke to my friend when people ask me, where are you from? I say, I'm like cappuccino. I'm black with white because that's how I felt. Like, you can't give me a color while I am brown, and yet I was called black and white. And racism started from a very young age where you understood that you are not exactly the same, because racism is not only about colors, it's about differences. It can be different in religion, different in culture, whatever difference you have, that's a part of racism for me that comes in. The difference. And as a child, I had to learn to say, this is not okay, this is wrong. But did I inflict that pain towards others? No. And that's what it comes, that's where it's so difficult to keep true to the good. Because everyone, and I repeat, everyone has a good and a bad side. You challenge every day to choose which side you will take. And as a child, you have to live through certain things. But as an adult, you have the choice, you have the knowledge, especially because you can't say that people don't talk about it, like your podcast. There are many ways to improve yourself and not repeat the same cycle. So my story started already from a very young age, born in Africa, sent in Europe for a better life because there became a conflict between Rwanda, the tension started rising in Congo, and my mother used to drive trucks, import, export, so she would go deep in the jungle and understand that the tension started rising. So she sent me to my father's sister, my aunt, in Belgium, and there I had the other side of racism, where I became the nigger, the black child. And as you can see, for whoever can see colors, I'm brown. And it doesn't matter because I'm as much white as black. So for me, I do not have to choose because I was born like this.
Yeah,
And it took
that's
me
right.
a long time to understand, like, I am okay the way I am. My aunt and another uncle, they even washed me with bleach. And I was
Oh,
nine,
wow.
turning 10 years old
Yeah,
because they said I was dirty and they wanted to clean me. So I've been through all this abusive, because you
yeah,
have
yeah,
to call it as it is. It is an
yeah.
abuse.
Oh,
And
yes, it
from
is.
it is an abuse. I had to eat different food than what they had, leftovers. And I understood from a very young age that this wasn't right. This wasn't right. And even growing up, when you miss food, the day you refuse food to someone who miss it, you are not better than the person who ever removed it. That's my way of seeing
Yeah, yeah,
things
yeah.
now.
Hey,
Yeah.
now I'm assuming, and I think over the years here, the interracial couples, and children, biracial, has been more acceptable than. And the only reason I say that, I've seen, it's happened. It's more acceptable, at least here in the States. But I coached a baseball team 35, 40 years ago. And I remember there was a boy on the team, and his mom was white and dad was black, and he's mixed. And he would tell people, because it was not tolerated to be a mixed child like that, and he was brown like you, he would tell people he was Mexican. that was easier for him to tell that for people to accept him than saying, I'm mixed. I'm inner child here. Mom and dad different color. He would tell them that. But now, time to change, time to better, more acceptable, and it's easier. But I could say that many years ago, yeah, how hard that was on him to have to throw his ancestral genes away for people to accept him.
Yes, I do get that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really get that. I mean, nowadays you have internet, there is an awareness, even singers. I'm born in 1985, so I'm 40 years old. Back then, when I came to
Oh,
Belgium, it was,
you're a baby.
thank you.
You're a baby. I'm 61. You're a
Oh,
baby.
well,
All right, go ahead.
thank you. Well, I am a baby. Well, life also teach you and experience teach you like you have to grow faster. So on paper, I am a baby, but yet I wrote a memoir, volume one, because I seen things, even the person I dislike, because hate is a very big word.
Hmm.
I will not even wish for the person to go through that.
Yep, yep. Yeah,
Yes.
children, it's a shame. And it's even today, and it's way back when I was a kid. Some of them, they have to grow up fast and too early because of the situation they are growing up in. But then others make the mistake of wanting to grow up too fast and then get caused other unnecessary pain in their life they shouldn't have to experience.
People ask me, how come you're so positive? I have my bad days as well.
Pamela, how come you're so positive?
Well, it's the way you want to see life. If I want to say I am a victim, I refuse to say I am a victim. I am a survivor
Hmm.
and I'm rising. I'm turning my pain into purpose and to power. I do
There you
not
go.
sit and pity myself. That's the worst thing you can do. Say it's because they did that to me. No, refuse that. I refuse to victimize myself. And you waste, and I see people, I'm an owner of a beauty salon who come and they tell me, oh, my husband bought me the wrong bag. I listen to them and then I say, honey, can I be honest with you? Because I ask them the permission and they say,
Hmm.
yes. I say, completely honest with you. Yes, Pam, please do. I tell them, you have a luxury problem. And
Yep.
they really go quiet and they tell me, what do you mean with that? I say, if your biggest issue is that your husband bought you the wrong color of bag, well, with all respect, I do not feel sorry for you. I
Yep.
actually feel
Yep.
sorry for your husband because he's putting the effort and yet you decide to see something negative in it. So maybe the issue is not with your husband, the issue is with you. I do not find excuses for the people who hurt me, but I can understand where they come from. They weren't strong enough to break the cycle. I decided to break the cycle so my son will not have to continue what I've been through or even slightly go through it. I had a daughter when I was very young, 8 days before my 18 years old. I made mistakes. I trusted people to keep her. Actually, it was her grandmother. And the thing is with it, they used it against me, and I didn't have the knowledge that I have now to stand up and fight for her. But I knew she was safe. I kept my distance because I had just lost my mother. Is it an excuse? No. Do I live every day with that part that I failed or I did what I could do at that moment? Honestly, for a long time, I thought I failed certain things. Yet, I would have loved people who weren't in my position that will do the decisions I made. At age of 12, I took my uncle and my aunt in Belgium to court. After the last beating, I thought I would die. I was a caretaker of my younger sister, who's 5 years younger than me, and my brother, who's 14 months younger than me. And I had to make a decision. If we stay here, they're going to kill us. We were beaten up, mistreated. We were basically, and being the oldest, I was a slave. I had to
Hmm.
clean, work every weekend, 4 a.m. till 2 in the afternoon. I did all that. If the sales weren't good enough, we had no proper food. Sometimes we had bones of the chicken. That kind of food we received.
Hmm.
While they had nice steak and driving a very nice car. But for the outside world, we were the perfect family.
Yep.
Why?
Yep. Yep.
Yes, the fear was there. We were very well behaved children because the fear was there. We didn't dare to speak up until I said enough. And that's where I found the vitamin N. James, do you know, Dr. James, do you know what is the vitamin N?
I'm going to tell you, for me, it's motivation. Go, baby. No, I'm sure that's not right, but for your standard, but that would be for me motivation.
Vitamin N for me is the power of saying no. It's
There
a
you go.
vitamin.
That's a
Yes.
yes.
It's a vitamin you can't
Oh,
buy
wait a minute.
it.
Hold on. Hold on. You said in. I thought you said.
N.
I thought you said im. That's why I said
No.
motivation. You said
No.
in. Okay. Yes. Well,
N. Sorry for my
that
accent.
now no, that's okay. No, I'm glad we're clearing it up, because other people would think I'm an idiot for saying motivation when you're going in no. So that makes a lot of sense to me. In no, the power that's not happening no longer. So
No
I'm
longer.
I'm glad to clear this up, because people are going to say that damn Dr. Purdue, he's an idiot. So,
No.
all
No,
right,
no,
okay, no,
no.
no, I'm glad. That's good. And in no is a great, powerful two-letter word that has so much power in it. Yes,
Exactly. And the more you say no to people, the less people you have around you. And you know what? It's okay.
yes, it
It's
is.
okay. Learn to love yourself. For years I used to hug myself like this because I was used to hug myself as a child. Even as an adult, when things go heavy, I just do this and I comfort myself. Because in the end of the day, when things hits like everything, you feel like everything is falling down. Who is there for you? Who's the only one who can actually pull you out there?
You
Even
better
if
be.
people
You
want to
better be
help
able to.
you.
I would say you better be able to depend on yourself.
Exactly. It's good to count to have people around you, but
Uh
do
huh.
not depend on them because then you become a burden. You do not depend on them. It's good to have a friend who listen to you and you can spend time with. But if it's all the time the same thing, I'm sorry, you being a burden because that means you are not doing any progress and you are not actually doing work. The only thing you do is talking about it. Take a piece of paper, write down, and put things into action. Because the worst thing is for you to sit down and waiting for someone to save you, then it's better to go to the cemetery and just die. Because there are people fighting for their life, for their health, and they will want to have your health, and they can't. So unless you have a really big health issue in your head, the brain, and that's something I learned even as a child, the brain sometimes blur and thinks like this is the end, but it's not the end. You are still breathing. You have still the courage. People that are sick fighting for their life, you don't have the right when you are in a healthy mindset to say, I can't do it. You have depression, medication can help, but write down, go to speak to a doctor. Your friends are not your psychologists. They can listen to you, but they are not there to fix you. That you have to do.
That's right. So yeah, if you can't take action, and you mentioned loving yourself, if you can't love yourself, how can you expect someone else to love you? Okay. And also, if you can't depend on yourself to get things done, you sure can't depend on your best friend, because if you can't follow through, you can't expect them to follow through. So yeah, you've got to take charge. You got to be the captain of your own ship. Hey, it may go down like the Titanic, but at least, like you said, we're taking action.
Yes, and it's okay to not be okay and to go down.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
age of 12,
exactly.
yeah.
A
At
lot
age
of
of
things you can
12,
learn.
Yes, exactly. At age of 12, I slept for 2 weeks in the street, doctor, for 2 weeks. And I used to ask friends from school, hiding because I was so afraid. Can I come and take a shower? At the
Mhm.
night, I used to go back under a bridge where
Yeah.
is the highway and just sit there holding myself with the clothes that I had and sleep and hoping nothing will happen. Yet I felt safer than being in that abusive home.
I
And I
can
took my
understand that.
Yes, and I took
I
my
can
aunt and
understand
my
that.
uncle to court. It took me 1 year to get my sister and my brother out. But in the end, what made the difference? I did not give up. I was facing in front of adults, yet I fought and I did not give up. And it's with everything. They can knock you down only when you decide, I'm completely done. But then you're dead. Life is like a heartbeat, up and down, up and down. If it's flat, it's over. Well, life is the same. You accept it for your heartbeat. Well, with life is the same.
I love that what's called an analogy you just said.
Metaphor, yeah. It's like
Metaphor
a, yeah,
analogy with the heartbeat up and down. Because you hear people always talking about the mountain and the valleys. But then when you connect it, when you straight line or flat line, then it's over with.
yeah.
I love that. So that may be your next book. If not, it's going to be mine.
With pleasure or collaboration.
Oh, there we go. We could collaborate. That'd be good. Yeah.
Yes,
So, yeah, we will talk more about that. We can do this together. So, all
a
right,
pleasure.
people, be on the lookout for our heart beating book to come out one day. So, yeah, yeah, I'd like to do some collaborate with you. That'd be nice. So, all right, now I'm going to ask this stupid question. So,
There is no stupid question.
uh,
When you
I,
don't
I,
know, I believe there is no stupid question.
well,
The only, yes,
I was a school teacher about 12, 13, 14 years, something like that. And I used to tell my students, no such thing as a stupid question. You know, you may be thinking of something that four other people are thinking of and nobody's asking it. Okay. One of my students asked her a question. I go, I said, I know I told y'all there's no such thing as a stupid question, but you are sure borderline with that one. So, so I'm going to ask this: have you always been this strong and positive that you mentioned earlier, or did you, like you said, fight your way out? Were you so down and deep, and finally you said, "I'm tired of this crap," and then you gained the power to move and do and become positive, or have you always been that way?
as a child, I was very, thank you. It's actually a very good question. It's not a stupid question at
Hey,
all.
all right. I do that every now and again, not often enough though. All right, go ahead.
Well, congratulations. I I wasn't born so strong.
Yeah.
And I decided to not give up because life can be beautiful. I was married, I got separated, divorced, and I prayed and I say, God, why? Why it has to go again? Some closures are actually new beginnings.
Hmm.
And I decided I'm going to give you something very simple. I write a 6 here in front of me. What do you see, doctor?
Oh, you wrote a six. Well, it
In
would be
front for me.
it'd be
And
a nine.
a 9 for you. So now let's change the side. So you will be sitting on my side. Which number would you see?
If I'm sitting on your side, well, it's still the
Yes.
nine.
No,
Because if you're turning the tables, not the
we
numbers.
turn, yes, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
The
So
numbers
then it would
say
be
we
then it'd be
just
the
change
six.
this place.
Yeah,
Then the
then it'd be a
six.
six. Yeah.
Well, I see life like this. Well, it's the perspective you give to the things. So if something is so heavy, let it sit. It's not going to move anyway. Let it sit. Change the side and see it from another angle.
That's good.
And in life, it's actually like this. I refuse to focus on what is negative because otherwise I will be dead. Most of the people I was raised from age of 12 in an orphanage. Most kids that were in that orphanage ended up drug addict,
Oh
some
yeah.
overdose.
Yeah, I've heard
Yes,
other stories here in the States.
go.
I've heard stories. Yeah.
Yes, why? Because you are used to pain. So naturally, you are drawn to pain because it's your normal. And that's what I say with the kids nowadays. Kids are spoiled,
So
and kids are very spoiled and entitled. I do not agree with that because I believe a frustrated child is a happy adult. And let me explain that. The more no's you get as a child, you, when you get it as an adult, you used to no's. So what would you do? You will say, okay, let me find a way. So you get that drive, like that fire in you. But
mhm.
imagine I gave you all your life, everything overprotected, and then you're thrown into the adult life. How frustrated will you be?
Oh, you're going to be expecting everything to be given to you, no questions asked. And when it's not there, then as an adult, you're throwing your temper tantrum.
You do a tantrum like a kid. It's like a
Yeah, yeah,
kid
yeah, yeah,
receiving every night candy, and then you tell them, now you're going to have sugar rush after 15 or 20 years giving them candy. They're
yeah.
going to say, my mom or my dad went crazy. Well, this is actually what you're teaching them. Like the world will tell you, yes, yes, yes. No, I'm sorry. Wake up. You are not doing favors to your kids. It's the worst. They will get very frustrated. People do not communicate. I learned to sit down by myself and accepting who I am, accepting my past, and communicate. Communication is the key, that it's to
Mm,
yourself, or towards others. It's very important because if I only focus what happened to me, well, poor thing, I will be crying, most probably will be a drug addict or doing things that I shouldn't. I try to numb my pain by drinking, doing drugs at a certain time, but I didn't want a life like this for myself.
mhm.
I refuse to go through the same cycle. The past was already heavy. I decided my future to be bright.
All right. And I wrote a book now. We're going to plug it. It's called Your Past Doesn't Have a Future, but You Do. Create your future today. All right. Whatever's in the past, not that you leave it alone forever and remember what happened so you don't make that same mistake. All right.
Exactly.
Learn from it. Now,
I'm buying. I'm buying.
there you
I'm
go.
buying.
Then we step into the present so we can, and then let's prepare for our future. Okay. So that's all right. So that's the name of that. That's a book I
Remember
put
the
out a few
heartbeat,
years
huh?
ago.
The
Yes,
heartbeat.
yes, that's right.
If it's
It,
flat,
too late. That's right. I tell you what, I'm glad that, and I'm going to say it personally. Can I be completely honest with you?
please do.
I appreciate that. I told you when we were on Podmatch trying to get together, and I said I love your go getting, you know,
Ah, yes.
attitude and everything. And when you finally had it scheduled almost right. It wasn't exactly right. And in November, I said, "No, we ain't waiting to November. I'm getting the hotel and said we. If you couldn't have come today, I was going to say tomorrow." So I'm glad that you had this attitude of taking action, so
I,
we could do this. Some people, I'm like you. I'm a go getter. I go after it and everything. And some people take it as a controlling,
ah, yes.
forceful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you take it like that. I'm sorry you were raised maybe in a controlling environment,
Mm,
but I'd rather try to ride the horse in control than it bucking me around and I have no control.
exactly. And, a no can turn into a yes. I had
Yes,
so many no's
exactly.
in my life, and it's
Exactly.
very difficult to get hold on you. I must say, doctor.
That's
But
right.
I'm not giving up. I will not give up.
I
Till
believe
my
that from
last
you.
breath, I am not giving up. And everyone who's listening to your podcast, in life, people, the more you grow, the more lonely the path often is. Because not everyone want to see you grow. And that's okay. Because some people like to stay in their old habits, Let them, but do not hold yourself to their level. I'm going to say something. What do you do when the sun is like bright in your eyes? What do you do?
I put my sunglasses on
You put your sunglasses on.
because my future is so bright. I gotta wear shades. Heard a
Yes, and
song.
I tell the
Heard a
others
song
to
like
do
that.
that. I
Yep,
tell the others to do that. If I'm shining too much, you know what you do with the sun? Do the same with me. Turn on the other side or put your sunglasses on. But don't dim my light
that's
because
right.
I will
That's right.
not allow anyone to dim my light.
That's right.
So
Not
that's why I did not give up on you. And I wanted to be on your podcast. And thank you for the positivity because you're also someone very positive, and I love that. And it's really great to having this talk with you.
there we go. You ever get out of Paris and come here to Tennessee? We're gonna have to meet up and talk. So,
With pleasure. We have a
all
book
right.
to work on. Don't forget.
We got something to do. That's right. So, all right, man, you have brought me a bunch of fire me up inspiration today. Just
That's nice.
we all go through something in life. It's a sad thing that some people go through a lot more than others. Um, I don't know why that happens. Sometimes it's brought on because we make dumb decisions. Okay, but a lot of stuff is brought on the it's not our fault, and we got to learn to deal with it best way as possible. And I'm glad to hear that you're so positive and head going, headstrong, and not letting anything hold you back. Because there's too many people, and I don't say women, but I'm saying women that fall in that low self esteem, can't get out of the situation, and you can always get out. You just have to find the way.
You find a way. Yeah, find the power inside. We all have power inside us.
Well, I love
But
talking
that
with you and other people, especially the women that have shown me you found that way and you inspired yourself to have a better life, not only for you, but for your children.
exactly. And be an example. Be someone you want your kids or family or your friends to look up to. I would do not want to be someone I do not respect. Respect yourself so other can respect you. And that's where it all starts. We all want the world to change, but actually you have to change. And then the world can start changing if you start changing.
Yeah, I tell people I can't change the world out there, and it's per se, but I can change my world. I can change the world that's around me with the people that I associate with other positive people, go getters to get advice from, stuff like that. And then maybe the old ripple effect will connect with somebody else's world and change theirs. And then who knows, maybe the whole world will change in. It may take 200 years, but maybe then.
Well, it's a beginning. At least what we leave behind is something nice.
Yep. Yep. All right.
Nicer.
Nice, sir. There you go. Pamela, you have been a blessing to me
And you've
talking
been
with
a
you.
blessing to me.
And I'm
And
glad
new
you
ideas for book.
hounded and harassed me to get this
My
on and
pleasure.
going. No, it worked out great. It worked out great, and I'm glad. Just yeah, once I saw you sign in November, I'm going, no, no, no. She's so much of a go getter. I want to go get her now, and because actually my day I was supposed to do a podcast today, and I was hoping you would signed up for today. And then I saw November, I said, no, let me give her the opportunity that it's open tomorrow. Because you may have something done today and may not have come. I said, but I'm going to open it up to see if she's
I
available.
cancel to be on
And
your
I'm,
show.
all right, now we're going somewhere. When people canceling to get on the Professor of Perseverance podcast, we know we have made it. Woo!
Yes,
All right,
definitely.
Pamela,
I
thank you for being a
thank
blessing
you.
to me. Go ahead and tell your book again, any
Mundele.
websites, anything you got going on, all your social media.
Yes, it's Mundele Diaries, like the book. Exactly, Mundele Diaries on Instagram. And the book will be available on the 23rd of September on Amazon.
Okay, so we can take some pre-sales. You doing pre-sales?
I will very soon.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So for the ones who want to look it up on Instagram, or it's DELE, then diaries, DIARIES. So, and I'll put the link inside our show notes to make it easier for people to find. All right,
Thank thank you so
Pamela.
much.
Yes, you've been a blessing, and
You too. And
don't
continue the good job.
thank you. And yep, you're going to fire up people here when they come to this. So I appreciate you being now. Last thing, Pamela, and you've already gave a bunch of great nuggets, but we know people are hurting and struggling. So if you can leave us with a positive message, we'll move on in life.
Love yourself because no one else can love yourself better than you.
There you go. Yeah, again, I mentioned it earlier. If you can't love yourself, how do you expect someone else to love you?
Don't depend on other people's love
Yeah.
because then, life will not be something nice because then you will be like a yo-yo, up and down, up and down.
No, it's
Remember
going
the
to be like
heartbeat.
that heartbeat, up and down, up and down. And then if you don't love yourself, it's going to be a flat line there somewhere. So,
Yes,
but
flat.
that doesn't mean that you couldn't learn to love yourself later on. But sooner the better the possible. So,
Start every day. Start every day. A nice word to yourself
the
and
little
stop
baby
putting
stuff.
yourself down. Meaning,
Amen.
stop saying, I'm not good in this, I'm not good in that. See what is going well in your life already. If there is, even if you don't have a house, you are healthy. You can start with what is positive and focus on that. The more you think negative, the more negativity you will attract. The more you think positive, the more you will go toward positive. Avoid people who are negative in your life because they are like vampires. They will suck the last energy and positivity you have inside you.
Amen, sister. Don't hold back. That's what I like to hear.
Don't hold back.
There
You
you
know,
go. All
the
right,
sky
everybody
is the
else.
limit.
The sky's the limit and beyond. So, all right,
Yes.
Pamela, thank you for being here. You've been a blessing again. Everybody else, hey, share this out with someone that knows they need some pick me up because Pamela's the one that's going to do it for them. All right, everybody, I'm Dr. James Purdue, the professor of perseverance. Do something today, tomorrow, something next week that's going to help you persevere past your